Okay, so I have started recording and let me check the final count of participants. Let me check the list of participants. 45 students are present. So I request all those students who have joined in and who have not yet dropped your roll numbers to post your roll numbers into the chat box so that I can consolidate the same thing and I will consider that as an attendance of today's class. Okay, so shall we proceed? Shall we proceed? A quick acknowledgement.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me run through the list of absentees for your reference. Roll number 6, 7, 10, 13, then 21, 25, 25, and then 31, 30. No, that's it. Then 40, 40 is absent. 41, 42, 55, 56. Yeah, 23 is present. I think she has ignored 0, Juveria. Okay. And after 55, 56 is also absent. And that's it. 59 is also absent. Okay. So let us discuss about the implementation of stack class single linked list. Okay, so what is single linked list? It is in last out or last in first out. And what is single linked list? It is the is the whiteboard is visible? Whiteboard is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me draw a sort of single linked list. So this is something like a single linked list. Okay. And let me let me write some addresses to these fellows. Let's assume 100 is the address of this head node and 234 is the address of next. Then 598 is another address. Then let us say the last tail address is maybe 29. These are all discrete locations, discrete memories. Okay. So I'm drawing the single linked list. Single linked list means you will have total two fields inside the structure. One is the data, second is the pointer to the next node. Is the data, and second is pointer to the next node. And the last node, it has to be, then only it will be considered as a meaningful singly linked list. Okay. Now, if I consider the data, let us assume, let us keep some data here. So I'll keep some data, let us say 5. And this is where you have to be very careful. I said you cannot write anything. You have to write the node which needs to be connected, which is okay. So then only it is said to be a meaningful link. Similarly, this fellow is connected here, and this fellow from here is connected. Okay. So now let us draw the other linked list representation of data in other linked list as well. So let us take this as some element 7, and here the address of the next node needs to be 598. Now let us say this is maybe 10, and the next address is 209. Now here the last element is, let us say I have 19. address of the next node is null. Okay. So this is what? This is a singly linked list. This is what we know is called as a singly linked list. Now, what is a stack? Stack is your vertical representation of your memory which need to be pushed. So assume that our requirement is to push this five, or no, not five. There are four elements. What are the four elements? 5, 7, 10, and 19. So technically, I want to push 5 first, 7 next, 10 next, and 19 next. Now let us concentrate on implementation strategy. Okay. So if I can somebody acknowledge, am I audible? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So if I directly keep all this, into this, okay, then my head node will be pointing to where? My head node will be 100. Yes or no? Isn't it? So this will be something like a head node. This will be something like head node. Okay. Then it will be like this, and it will be like this, and finally it will be like this. If I do this, then this is the head node, which in our case, what is 5. Okay, I'm not drawing everything again. So this is first link, this is second link, this is third link, because this is the last fellow. Okay, so let me write the addresses only here. So this will be 100. What happened? Okay. So this will be 100. Now this will be what? 2, 3, 4. What I'm writing is correct? What I'm writing, is it correct? Yes or no? This is 598. Then this is 290. This is 290. Okay. So all these elements, that means first you have to push 5, then you have to push 7, you have to push 10, then you have to push 19. But when you are popping, you have to pop the tail element. This is the one that you are supposed to implement. Yes or no? This is the one that you are supposed to implement. This is, I'm saying this as option 1. What am I talking about? I'm discussing different strategic options which are available in order to implement and design or construct a single linked list to be maintained and to be visualized by the programmer as a stack. So, yes, can you please acknowledge? Are you following? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is option 1, what I have, but there is a problem here. The problem is when you are pushing, whenever there is an attempt which is made in order to push. Okay, so where do you need to do? Where do you need to add the element? Assume that I want to push the next fellow. What I want to push next is, let us assume what I need to push is, after 19, I want to push, let us say 17. So where do I need to add? That means I need to construct another node, which is a temp node. Okay, and then I have to add this fellow to here, isn't it? Yes or no? I lost my audio. Somebody acknowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means if there is a requirement to push, let me be specific. I want to push, let us say, item, I think I consider 23. Then I have to push, and then I have to push at the top. So when I do that, every time I have to start traversing from head node, and then I have to reach till the tail node. I have to reach till the tail node, and then I have to attach the node at the end. This is okay. What about popping? Popping, when you are doing, so do you have any problem in push? Do you have any problem in push? Do you have any problem in push? No problem, right? Do you have any problem in push? Assume
No, sir.
has these four nodes. If there is a node which needs to be, there is an element which needs to be pushed. Okay, so let us say that address is somewhere 2000. This element 2000 needs to be connected here. Or no? So you need to remove this. You need to remove this, and then you need to remove this null, and then you have to keep the address of next node, which I have considered as 2000. I think the text is little bold here. I think this is okay. Inside this, the element is 23. Inside this, the element is 23. So I'll take white and then keep the element as 23, and then okay, 23, and then the first element has to be null. Element has to be null. Isn't it? Are you following? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us add this and this. This completes push. Okay. Now coming to pop, what happens to pop? Again, you have to pop the tail element only because it is a stack. Okay. So whenever you are asked to pop, whenever you are asked to pop, whenever you are asked to pop, then popping has to be done. Popping has to be done at top of the stack only. That means here only. Popping has to be done here only. So that means from here you have to pop. When you are popping, you have to get again 23, and again when you pop, you have to get the which value 19. Then again when you pop, you have to get 10, and again when you have to pop, you have to get 7, and finally when you pop, you need to get 5, and finally when you try to get pop, you need to get stack underflow error, isn't it? So if you carefully observe these operations, yes or no, are you following? Now let me specify this as option 1. Okay. Following, can somebody acknowledge? Use mic, whoever has the access.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the strategy of first option, which seems to be legally okay. That means you maintain a single list. Okay, whenever you are attaching a node at the end, that is nothing but pop. And whenever you are detaching the same node, which is from the tail node, you delete the tail node, take the element, and just before that node, you keep null. Okay, this is fair enough. This is a nice option which is looking okay as of now. But the problem here is every time when you are maintaining a single linked list, you are not giving priority, or you are not giving the value to the node which is sitting at the top of the stack. See, before you actually pushed it, which node element is on the top of the stack? It was 19. Yes or no? Let me again repeat. Before you start pushing the element 23 onto the single linked list, which node element is at the top of the stack? It is the tail node. What is the tail node value? 19. What is the address? 290. But technically, in order to reach this 19, which is sitting at 290, you are asking the entire function, or you are asking the code to be done, or to be passed starting from the head node, then only it is legal. So you are giving importance to head, you are not giving importance to tail node, giving the importance to tail node. Am I following? Are you following? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in a microprocessor based designs, whenever you are asked to implement the stack, for me, this is not important. Which is not important? This is not important. This is not important. Instead, the node which is pointing at the top of the stack, which in our case is the tail node, is important. And this is called as, I'm using a term which is a very crucial, this is called as stack pointer. And this is a general practice of pointing the top of the stack by using something called as stack pointer, and we use that as SP because this is a variable. Let me use small sp. This is called stack pointer. Stack pointer is very important term in any microprocessor, which will deal or which will point to the address of the top of the stack. Okay, for any microprocessor, you need to maintain two registers. If you when you start studying the architecture of microprocessor, so you will be studying two important registers. The first register is called as PC. Okay, so this is nothing but program counter. PC is nothing but the program counter. What does it do? What it does is it points to the address of the next instruction which your microprocessor is supposed to execute. Which your microprocessor is supposed to execute. That is the next instruction. That means technically this is pointing to which memory? This is pointing to which memory? Address of the next instruction which the microprocessor is supposed to execute. Where do you store the code? Where do you store the code? Where do you store the code? Instructions converted, which are written in human readable format into binary. That code is stored in which memory? I lost audio. Can you please validate? Am I audible?
Yes,
ROM
sir.
memory, sir.
Program memory.
Yeah, it is program memory, ROM. So this is a crucial register which any microprocessor needs to tell that which is that register which needs to point to the program. Okay, so at this point of time, though this is not there in the syllabus, also notice that when you are dealing with and I can't redo, is it? Anyway, I think that's a sort of explanation which I have given. Z, right? Oh, sorry. Losing everything. Fine, let me at least write this fellow's name. This is called as stack pointer. Now now I'm saying there are two important registers. One is called program counter, which will point to the program memory, which is ROM. Okay, which will tell which instruction the CPU has to execute next. Okay, and second instruction is, this is first instruction. The instruction is the second register. Second register is the stack pointer. Okay, so which is the one what we are discussing in today's class, the stack pointer SP, and this has to mandatorily point to the address of top of the stack. Address of top of the stack. Okay. Yes, what is that stack pointer needs to be pointed to before I start pushing? It has to point to 290 in our example. So this is the basic requirement of any microprocessor based design. Okay. Now, as far as the implementation aspect of your stack class with a single linked list is concerned, you are giving very high importance to this fellow, which is head. You are just ignoring. And probably what you can do next, after understanding the definitions of program counter and stack pointer, that the address of the tail node, you can keep the address of the tail node as the stack pointer. So no, address of the tail node is the stack pointer. Okay, but technically, in order to fetch the stack pointer, you are taking overhead. Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? I think let me check my chat box.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think somebody is saying yes. Okay. Can somebody, some other students can respond? Am I audible? Mainly students who are using.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
I mean, whatever I have discussed, did you find any interrupt in between? I think that is Arif. Did you find any
No, sir.
loss of signal?
No interrupt. No, sir.
Okay, fine, fair enough. So let me again repeat. For a microprocessor based design, stack pointer is very important, but stack pointer has to point to the top of the node. The top of the node, technically, when I use the implementation of option 1, okay, so in order to reach stack pointer, you have to maintain some other fellow. Is that some other fellow? It is the head node. So what you have to do is from head node, you have to traverse from head node, you have to traverse till the tail node. This will yield overhead in terms of computational overhead. This will be a computational overhead. Why? Because who knows how long is your linked list? It could be 2 links, it could be 3 links, or it could be 3000 links. So therefore, as a result, the stack element fetching time is unpredictable. Stack elements fetching time, which is nothing but popping time, is unpredictable, and similarly pushing time will become unpredictable, and therefore this option 1 is technically illegal. Are you following? Because I don't know what is the length of the list. I don't know how many nodes are there, and then I don't know how to where to attach. So I cannot estimate, and I cannot make a performance benchmark saying that I mean, the sooner I'll be in a position to either push or pop. So the amount of time taking to by using your logic in order to push a data element at the top of the stack or to pop the data element again from the top of the stack requires traversal of the entire single linked list starting from the head node till the tail node. And if it is pushing, you need to create a new temp node as I have discussed, and then you have to attach. So that means you are not only adding the required time in order to create a temporary node and in order to store the data which needs to be pushed onto your temp arrow X and then putting your temp arrow pointer to next node as null, but also you are adding the additional computational overhead which is unpredictable and which is proportional to number of elements that exist in your singly linked list, and you are asked to traverse, or you are asked to access the stack pointer always by starting from the down element. That means you are violating the definition of stack, because as far as stack is concerned, I should not get 100, but you are giving a scope for me to access 100, which is illegal. I think I lost the signal. Are you following? Let me check my connectivity. Can somebody come in? Are you following?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have discussed why this option 1 is illegal. Can somebody repeat the 2 points? Let me be specific, because okay, good. Sneha, you have also joined. Samuel, you have also joined. Good. Any unknown users? No. Fine, fair enough. Monish has joined. Okay, good. Yeah, can somebody respond? Maybe can somebody respond? What are the aspects that we have discussed? Yes, Rishika, can you respond? I think you can use microphone. What I have discussed is option 1 is not correct. Okay, Kirti, roll number 15. Can you respond? Please try to respond. Am I audible? Hear my voice.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me again repeat. Implementation of stack class with a singly linked list by using this logic yields two problems. The first problem is, though push and pop operation is maintained technically okay by taking a head node at the down, okay, and then traversing starting from the head node, you need to traverse till the end of the list, and only after reaching the end of the list, then you are identifying what operation I need to do, which is either push or pop. So meaning, as far as stack is concerned, you have to give an access to the top of the stack, but in your logic you are saying that no, I am using a single linked list, so therefore there is no other way, you have to start from head. So even though you want the top of the stack, you start from the bottom. So that is illegal. That means you are giving access to read the head node, which is something like you are technically saying that this is first in first out, which is wrong. It has to be first in last out. Okay, that is reason number 1. Let me again repeat: whether to push or to pop, if you use this option, then you are giving the head access. If you give head access, then you are actually not implementing the stack. You are implementing instead a queue. Okay. So therefore, what has to be done is, at any case, head is important to you. That means to the single linked list. That is fair enough. But as far as stack is concerned, I need the direct access to the top node. This is point number 1. Point number 2 is why this stack implementation using single linked list from head at the till the top of the stack, where top is pointing to the tail node, fails is because you cannot predict the computational overhead that is likely to be added to the logics of your pushing and for popping, because the linked list number of nodes are dynamic. The number of nodes are dynamic, because it could be an empty stack, it could be a stack with 100 elements or 200 elements, and so on. So therefore, as a result, the stack performance, meaning the pop and push timing analysis for any processor cannot be judged. So therefore, because of these two reasons, the implementation of stack using the single linked list where you keep the head node at the down is wrong. This is wrong. So this not be done. Okay, so instead, what you have to do is, now I am discussing option 2. Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let me delete this. Okay, so now in the second option, what I'll do is, now please listen carefully. Second option, what I'll do is, I need to go a little down. Let me keep something like this. Now I'm discussing option 2. So this is my, assume that this is your this is your stack. Assume that this is your stack. Is when stack is empty, nothing is there. Okay, so what you do is you keep 5. That is nothing but 5. Okay, so right. So this is your node 5. What is this address? This address is 100. Now, since this is the first element, you keep this as null. Fair enough. This is okay. First node is fine. What is this? You indicate that this is not your head, because head is not important to me. This is my stack pointer SP. This is my stack pointer SP. Okay. Now, second is, if I again try to push 7, which is in our case, the address is at 234. Now, at this time, what I'll do is, okay, so this is the address which is how much? 234 is the address. In this, I have two fields. Now, what I'll do is, this stack pointer, which is earlier is your head node, stack pointer, which is the head node, you move here. Okay, you move here, and when you move here, this stack pointer, consider as if it is the head now. Consider as if this itself is the head now. That means your stack pointer is your head. So what do you mean by that? Now in 234, you will have to maintain a single linked list towards the down. So in 234, you need to maintain a single linked list of the down, and therefore here value in 234, this value is 7, and this value here, which is the address of the next node, will become 100. Understand what we are doing. Okay, so as a result, whenever the user or your program is trying to push, now come to the logic of pushing. Pushing is nothing but something like this. You are pushing. Okay, so whenever you are pushing, let us assume you are pushing 10. Okay, so you are pushing the node with the 10 now. Now, whatever temp node you are creating, that temp node is your head node. whatever temp node that you are creating, that is your head node and that is your stack pointer. Because technically speaking, the down node, you are keeping it as a, already you have kept it as null, pointed to the next node as null. Okay, so then you maintain a linked list from top to down. From top to down. You maintain the linked list from top to down. 1 minute, hang on, something is going on. Who is this? This is to inform you that Anaga is okay. Anaga, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Somebody is using your name and they are sending some nonsense to me with private. Somebody are using your name.
Sir, that Srija's message I only sent, sir.
No, that you have sent. See, sir, this is to inform you that Srija roll number 48 has lost the connection due to unable to connect and connect back to the class. That is okay. So immediately after that, after a gap of 5 minutes, I got two messages which are nonsense with your name and roll number. Joined and then not acceptable. Is it necessary to have a class? Avasarama class. Poddu Gallane. Gallane. I don't know what is this. Em cheddam antavu mari. What is this? Anaga, you have something to say?
I sent only the first message about
Yeah,
Srija, sir.
that is okay. I'll put forward this, copying it, and then I'm putting it in everybody's chat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are the messages which were weren't able to copy that thing. Anybody has joined? Maybe somebody might have observed the same name. Somebody has joined.
Yes, sir. I have seen that there were two Ananga.
Yeah. 004 underscore, right?
Yes, sir. It was displaying that Ananga 004 has joined, and I saw there were two.
Yeah. It is now clear because there are 52 students in the class now. Without your notice, because some of you might have forwarded this link. Otherwise, it is not possible. Yes or no? I didn't put it on WhatsApp, so I kept it in group. It is implied that only group members can join. Who are the group members? Faculty as well as students of your class. So faculty, no way, they won't do this. We don't have even time to even think about it. Think about any, sort of damaging activities. And students, you need to say, you have to come and tell me. I mean, Let me check overall. Monish, you are there? When did you join, Monish? Use your mic. Monish, are you there? Monish, use your chat box. Your voice is breaking. Okay, Juveria is saying your voice is breaking. Okay. What about now? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Monish, are you there? Use your mic or else use your chat box. Reply to me. Are you there? Monish? Monish, are you there? Am I audible? If I am not audible, even the text at least it has to be visible. Monish, are you there? No. Monish? Monish? What are you doing, Monish? Very late? You are using some other device or what? What were you doing? Is the signal is coming at your place? No signal. Okay, anyway, let us continue. Where are we? Stack. Okay, so can somebody tell me what are we discussing? Where are we? Yeah, you are creating. You are doing push. So when you are doing push, whenever you are doing push, uh, what was the next element? Third element, I have taken it as 10, if I am correct. So the address is 598. So in this 598, which is temp, which is head, which is stack pointer. Now instead of 290, you hold 234. Simple. You now hold 234. Okay, all of you, please listen. You don't have to worry about the rogues. Hope I am audible. Anaga, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Anaga, can you please come in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the rogues.
Yes, sir.
And nobody has to worry about these stupids. Okay. Anyway, our technical world has also witnessed, two sides of the coin. One is the constructive way of engineering. Well, somebody is using a mic. Yeah, go. Anaka, you are there? Or some unknown person? Okay. So as I was saying, world has witnessed two sides of streams of engineering or engineers. One is the one who is technically constructive, like we have Kalam sir, and okay, we also have witnessed the destructive minds like Osama, then Osama bin Laden, and things like that. So people has to understand what is construction and what is destruction, and at this point of time, you because at the student side, you just think or compare yourself with any other person. Okay, so the sort of program that you are enrolled into and the sort of resources you are all in a position to access, by using which you are improving your intellectual thinking ability in order to solve some engineering problems. And you are also good enough to be in your family, because that is very fortunate, isn't it? If you consider any other student, any other person for that matter, who is just outside of your home, you will definitely find far better resources in your side. Okay, so anyway, so is the approach of stack is clear? Let me again repeat, you don't have to worry about the stupids, and these are rogues. Society means society means you will have both sides of the people, both types of the people. So, but it is very bad. It is very bad that at from your class, at even in first year level, they are getting this sort of things, which is uh, which is insane, which is not correct. Okay, and let us continue. What is there? If I keep angry, I'll be angry on that guy, but you will be forced to hear all those arguments. So that's why I'm keeping quiet. Can somebody come in? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So is the option 2 is correct? Is the option 2 what I have discussed? Have you understood? So let me again repeat, in option 2, whenever you add, whenever you delete, whatever you are doing at head. Simple. You understand this, then implementation is only 10 minutes. Let me again repeat. If you push or if you pop, whatever you do, you are doing only at this is push and this is pop. You are pushing at the head node. This push operation. I'm sorry, caps lock is on. This is push and this is pop and pop. Okay, so you are doing only at the head node. What will happen? For example, let us assume I am popping. When you are popping, you are simply cutting the head and you are making the next node as a head. Yes or no? That means 10 you are popping and then you are deleting the node with the address 598. Then you are moving your head to 234. There is no other change because 234 anyway will maintain 100. What is 100? Address of the next node. Already link is there. So similarly, if you are asked to push, are you following? Am I audible?
Sir.
Yes, Anagha, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anagha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
I'm there, sir.
You are able to.
Yes, sir.
I am again repeating. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Okay. There may be now. There could be instances where these stupids can also use faculty names. Okay. So faculty names are president's names or prime minister names. Fine, let them do. They'll find they'll find these consequences in the coming days. Anyway, let us start coding now. Okay, shall we proceed for coding? Please respond. Shall we proceed?
Sir.
Okay, good.
Good, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Somebody is saying.
We have before opting the linked list maintainability to
Hmm.
avoid to overhead time we have taken a reverse
Yeah, yeah.
single
We
list
have
learning.
we have taken a reverse
Taking the
list.
node, we have to add it as a head node.
Whatever node,
But how it?
no, whatever node you are pushing is the head node. Simple.
Okay, sir. But it is also giving our access to the all the entire listener, sir.
It is also giving, but what are you accessing is important. What are you accessing? You are accessing the head. Head is.
Okay, sir.
I mean, it is a head to
First,
your single linked list. Huh?
okay, sir. I got it, sir.
You
We
got
have to
it
take care that we are starting only, we are accessing only the
at
upper
the top. Yeah, at the
elements.
top. So as far
Okay,
as
sir.
the definition is concerned, now you are cutting the overhead, which is otherwise is required from down to up, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the advantage you are getting.
Okay,
Fine,
sir.
good. Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So now this is the implementation of stack single linked list, stack with single linked list. So let me again summarize. I'm sorry, let me again summarize. The analysis what we have done with the two options. I'm going to use option 2 with a single linked list node creation, and then because I need to maintain a single linked list with the integer elements, I'm taking integer as the elements. Okay, so whenever you are pushing, you have to attach at the head. Whenever you are popping, you have to cut at the head. You have to cut the head. That's it. Okay, so let us start implementing the single linked list. Somebody acknowledge, am I audible? Am I audible? Yes, Kirti, am I audible? Aneet, am I audible?
Audible, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
good. Private, public, then def, struct, node, and then int, element, then node star pointer text. Now in private, I need only one guy, that is node star stack pointer. This is stack pointer. So I'm not talking that I'm going to maintain the head. Okay. So I'll let us start the ADT class with the default constructor and then the default destructor int what push. I need to push the data item which is int. Then I need to pop which is void, and then I need to display. I need to display the stack elements. Okay, so this is a simple ADT class. Notice that this is many times asked in external exams. Implement the single linked list or explain the strategy of implementing a single linked list based stack class. Okay. So now what? Stack. Start implementing one by one. But before that, let us write the main. Okay, so what I will do is it should be int. Okay, int main of void. So I'll define a stack class based object. Let us say S1. This is the object of stack class. Okay, so I'll throw the options. So as usual, I need to take choice, then an infinite loop, in an infinite loop. Cout 1 is push, backslash t 2 is pop, backslash t 3 is display, backslash t and 4 is exit. Okay, so choose your option. Cout, I'm just saying choose your option. Okay, let the cursor be hanging on there. So see in choice, right? Now based on choice values, I'll take switch off choice. I'll get 4 choices: case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, and default. All this I need break. Okay, so here we will say that Cout is an invalid choice. Okay, so that's it. It's an invalid choice. Now let us take case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. So in case 1, he wants to display, he wants to push what item? That is, I'm asking the user to enter. So let us take that as probably K. Take K. Okay. So now if stack S1 dot of K is resulting as 1, then I'll saying that successfully. Else, Cout push is failed. Can somebody acknowledge? Are you able to follow? Use mic?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
So s1 dot push. So let us go to the constructor first. Okay, let me write the skeleton of all the codes. So stack push of int, let us say int n. This is the item that needs to be pushed. This return type is integer. Write down the skeleton of the other fellow, which is again stack pop of void. Okay, now next is I need to display, which is void stack display of void. Then the final destructor meaning stack of void. Okay, so let us write Cout. I am in default destructor. Let us start filling up the entire parts. Okay, let us go to push first. Let me write the other part because I need to break properly, otherwise it will enter into other cases. Okay, so what next is what? Let us start constructor first. So constructor code is simple. So Cout I am in default constructor. So here I have to make stack pointer as null. Stack pointer is pointing to nobody. That's it. Nothing has to be done. So let us write void here. Now let us start pushing. Pushing is nothing but you need to create a new node and you have to attach to the head node, isn't it? So node star temp initially pointing to null. Then what? Your voice is breaking. Okay. Can somebody respond? Is my voice is okay?
Yes, sir, it's okay.
Okay. Is yeah, Rupashri, is my voice is okay now?
Yes, sir. Now it is okay. But sometimes it is breaking, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So stack pointer. So initially temp is null. Now you have to create a new node and then you have to attach that new node to the head. What is the head? Head is pointing to stack pointer. Anyway, sp is equal to null. Okay. So when you are creating a new node, if creating itself is becoming null, that means this is where adequate discrete memory is not available. So you can say that this is nothing but stack overflow error. This is nothing but stack overflow error. So keep NDL, and then what you do is return probably a error code EC. So you keep hash define. Let us say error code is -1. Okay. So are you following? If we are not in a position to get at least one discrete memory in order to push further, I'll return saying that stack is overflow. Okay. Otherwise, you will come here. That means stack pointer whichever is pointing, that is your temp. Temp will be not null. Temp is not null here. Okay, so let me put this in comment. That means this node needs to be added. So what logic has to be written? So in temp arrow x, you have to keep n item, and in temp arrow pointer to next node, you keep stack pointer. Okay, so therefore what happens? Let us assume in our case here you have inserted 100, not 100, what is it? 5. So when you are pushing 5, the address of temp which is being created is 100. Okay, so that 100, in that 100 arrow x, you are keeping the element which is 5. Now next is in 100 arrow pointer to next node, you are keeping sp. What is sp? Sp is already in the constructor, it is null. So that means this first node you are maintaining it as a null. Clear? Am I clear? First node pushing is clear. Now when you are
Yes, sir.
yeah. So if you are trying to push the next time, now let us check whether technically is it legal. So next time when you are pushing, next time new address is 234. That 234 is temp now. That 234 is temp now. Now 234 arrow x is 7. Okay. Now again, what are you saying? Temp arrow p. That means stack pointer has to point whatever new node has been created. Simple. So that when next node is coming, you are giving this address. When next node is coming, you are giving this address, and so on. So it is something like initially you are keeping last bogey and then you are attaching till the engine. Okay. Clear? That's it. This is,
Yes, sir.
are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Next, popping. Let us do popping. So directly what I'll do is I'll write a C statement, C++ statement. The popped item is what? S1 pop off, and pop off is passing nothing. It is void, and it has to return the popped element. Okay. So now let us concentrate on pop. Where is pop? Pop is here. Now, if you are trying to pop, when stack pointer itself is null, that means stack is underflow, stack is empty. So see out stack underflow error. Stack underflow error, and then here also you return -1 else. So you will come here only if stack pointer is not null. Now what has to be done? You take the top element into temp node, because this fellow you need to delete. And you take answer, which is nothing but stack pointer which is pointed by x. Okay, now you delete. Now before you delete temp, stack pointer has to be moved to stack pointer to the next node, so that it comes down and it is deleting the head element. Okay, now you delete temp, and finally return answer. Okay, finally return the answer. Once this is done, anyway, I don't need to return 1, because this fellow has to pop. Whenever you are popping, then you are getting the value which is answer. So this is -1. Let me change this -1 to error code. Okay. Clear? Can somebody respond? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Next, case 3. Let us write C out /n stack elements are. Okay, so let us take S1 dot display off. Okay, S1 dot display off. Now what you do is you need to display. So now in display, what has to be done? You should not corrupt head now. What is head? Head is your stack pointer. So again you take node star p pointing to stack pointer, because you need to change p. Okay, so while what? While p is not null, you need to display cout p arrow x, then probably display it in the form of down. I'm going every element down, so that you will get line by line all the elements. At the end, once p becomes null, then you write cout. No, p has to be moved. That means p is equal to p arrow pointer to next node. Okay, so starting from the stack pointer till the last not equal to, p is not equal to null. Okay, so till the last element you are displaying all the stack elements. That's it. Then case 4, case 4 is terminate. So let us say endl, then return from main. This is return 1. If you come here, this is return 0. Okay, so clear? Everything we have implemented. Now in the destructor, I need to delete everything. The destructor, I need to delete everything. So that means I'll take node star temp pointing to stack pointer, while my stack pointer is not null. While the stack pointer is not null, okay, I need to delete temp, but before that I need to change sp as stack pointer pointing to pointer to next node. So sp I am moving, and then I am deleting temp. This is sp is Okay, SP is stack pointer pointing to next node, and then temp is equal to again SP. Is this correct? You are deleting temp.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall I compile? Shall I compile? Am I audible? Can somebody respond?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me directly try to display 3. Stack is empty. Stack is empty. When stack is empty, why is it not coming? Choose option 3. Stack elements. Okay, elements we are displaying. So if you try to pop 2, then you have to get stack underflow error. Let me check. Let me bring this fellow. Okay, so now when stack is empty, if you are trying to pop, then you are getting stack underflow. Okay, so when you are trying to display, you are displaying the last cross symbol. Now choose your option. Let us push. Let me push 10. Now let me display, which is 3, 10 and then X. Then again push. Let us push 20. Then again let me display. Now I have to get 20 and then 10. Okay. So 1 minute. Let me exit this. Let me put it in the form of a vertical elements. Where is that display part? So after NDL, I have to keep this. After NDL, if I keep that, then again I have to keep NDL. Okay. P arrow X element is printed. Next line I am going. Again next line I am going and I am printing. Okay. And when I am asking push, there is don't need NDL here. So let me remove this. Let us compile this. Okay, so let us try to push. Let's push 10. Now let us display. So 10 and then cross. Again, let us push 1. Let us push 10. Sorry, 20. Then when you again push 30. Now let us display 3. I have to get 30, 20, 10. Now let me again push 1. Now 40. Now 40. And let me display 3. Now let me pop. If I pop, I have to get 40. Popped element is 40. Let me display. Can somebody come in? Are you following? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me again try to push. Now let me push 50. Now let me again display 3. 50, 30, 20, 10. Then let me pop. Now I'll get again 50. Let me again pop. I'll get 30. Now let me display. Then I have to get 20 and then 10. Then again let me push. Let me push 60. Then again let me display. You'll get 60, 20, 10. Then let me pop. Again 60 will come. Let me again pop. Then I'll get 20. Let me again display. Then I'll get 10x. Then again let me pop. I'll get only x. Stack is empty. Okay, so let me again try to pop. Okay, so that means 2. So then the stack underflow and the popped item is -1. Let me again try to display. Then you will get only cross. Here. Let me exit. So this is the implementation of stack class with singly linked list. Clear? Anybody please come in. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we are done with stacks. So probably what you can do next is assume that you have a stack. Okay, so by using stack operations, you convert a decimal number into binary number, because the conversion of number process from decimal to binary requires accumulation of all your reminders in the reverse order. Okay, so what you do is you take a number, and when you divide whatever you are getting the remainder, that remainder you push onto the stack. So what you will be pushing is nothing but reminders of your binary equivalent number in reverse order. For example, if you are taking, let us say what, 12, 11 means 1011. So when you are dividing 11, you will get 1 first. Okay, so that 1 you push. So 11 divided by 2 means you will get 5. Now again you try to divide 5. Again you will get 1. That means 1101 will be pushed. Then again you pop. So what you are popping is actually in the reverse order. That is exactly is the requirement of converting the decimal number into binary. Okay. Are you following? It can be asked for 2 marks. So assume that you already have a stack. Write a stack implementation of converting a decimal number into binary. I mean, am I audible? Assume that you already have a stack. Write the implementation of. Can somebody please come in? Use your mic.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll keep probably option 5, decimal to binary. Actually, only option 5 is asked for 2 marks question. Okay. So I'll go to case 5. Case 5. This is nothing but decimal to binary using stack operation. Okay. So now I will ask enter the decimal number. Enter the decimal number. Now take C in. Let us take that decimal number into, already took K. Okay. So now here while what? While K is not 0. While K is not 0. While K is not 0. Push. What do you push? That is S1 dot push of K modulo divided by 2. You are pushing all the reminders and you say that K divided by is equal to 2. Okay, so here all reminders were pushed into the. Now once you got K as 0, that means now you have to pop. So what has to be done? While what? Yes. See out its equivalent binary. Its binary form is. Okay, so what has to be done? S1, probably a do while loop will work efficient here. Take a do loop. Take K, which is equal to S1 dot pop, and then see out K. just keep one element like this, okay, and you have to repeat this until while k is not equal to error code. Following? So only this part, starting from line number 115 till 127, is as for 2 marks. So using the stack operations, convert a number from decimal number system into its equivalent binary. Okay, I'll take 2 minutes to compile this and then I'll stop today's class. What I'll do is, I think there is some error, 116, I didn't mention semicolon. So let me again rerun this. So I will not push everything. What I'll do is I'll choose option 5. Did I kept break? Let me check. Did I keep break? Yeah, I remember I have not kept break. So let me stop. Let me keep break here. Okay, so let us compile this. Let us compile this and then let us use decimal to binary, which is 5. The decimal number, let us enter as I took 10. 10 is nothing but 1010. Let me take 11. 1011. See that 1011 and then finally stack underflow. You following? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
After stack underflow, it has written -1. Now let me again choose 5. Okay, so if I take probably 8. If I take 8, then I have to get 1000. Enter the decimal number. Let us enter 8000 and then underflow error. Okay. Here. Now let me again choose 5. Let me enter 127. 7 ones. 7 ones. Okay. So if I again enter 5, let me take 128. 1 7 zeros. 1 7 zeros. 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros. So let me take again 5. Let me enter 65,536. 65,536. Okay. 65,526 or 36? 65,535. 36. 36. So then I have to get 1 followed by 23 zeros. 23 or 17? 17 zeros. Following? What I'm doing, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Decimal to binary, let me take 100. So this is the binary equivalent of 100. 101. Yes. Yes. Any doubts? Any doubts? Somebody is saying something. Yes. Any doubts?
Sir.
Yeah. So with this, we are done with stacks. With this, we are done with stacks. And in the next regular class, we will start discussion on queues. So left out topics are very minimal. Okay, so we will go slowly and we will make ensure that everybody are following. So also start executing all the programs which I have already told, including the stacks now. Okay, and start sharing the programs like some 1 or 2 students only are doing. No need to sit only for this course because I do realize you have total 6 courses. Okay, so whenever you are take probably 1 program per day. For example, if roll number 1 is taking program number 1, roll number 2 can take program number 2, and then 1 will keep 1, 2 will keep 2. So both 1 and 2 is now available to the entire class. Okay. So with this, I'll stop. And today evening, I think I scheduled a class, right? You said to remind about short quiz. Oh, sorry. Now also I didn't conduct. Anyway, now also I didn't conduct. So quiz, which quiz? The second quiz, again, I'll conduct at today at 4 o'clock. Is that okay? I've already communicated, right? Yes? Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please do inform to those students who have missed out, and make ensure that they are at least using their cell phones to take up the exam. Okay. So, and if still today also, because see, we are all humans. Okay, we can't expect that cell phones will be always connected by 24/7. So if still people, I think I can understand the problem of Sneha, because she stays at very far place where she is not having the internet connectivity, and she is coming daily to another nearby village by walk. Okay, and I think she is walking around 2 to 3 kilometers per day only for the connectivity. Okay, so if cases like this, just get back to me so that I can take the quiz on phone. Okay, I can take the quiz on phone. I'll ask some 10 questions, and then if student is responding, then I'll mark the marks accordingly. Okay, so also start executing and start writing the record. I hope you are all writing the records. Are you writing the records? Are you writing the records?
Sir.
Okay, fine. So let me sign off now. I think you have another class scheduled. And Maunish, are you there? Maunish, he left.
No, just now I left.
Okay, fine. Okay. So we'll again. I'll initiate. There is no need of WebEx, right? At 4 o'clock, it is not required. I'll send a link. Then through WhatsApp group, I will enable, and through the link, after 15 minutes or so, I'll disable. Okay. Okay, then take care.
Yes, sir.
And can somebody, anybody is listening my voice? Anagha, are you there? Anagha, are you there? Anagha? Anagha, are you there?
Sir, Anaga is having low network problem, sir.
Okay, please ask Anagha to call me once. Who is speaking?
Yes.
Akhila, right?
Banu, sir.
Banu, yeah. Banu, you ask Anagha to call me once, and yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yes, sir.